What's up, Bubble Buddies? It's your boy Chaz here, and we're about to intro this Lily Synthetic Rainbow wig. Look at these braids. This wig is so much fun. Don't pay attention to that gnat that's flying into the back of Champy's head. Well, this was a good one, and this is part 2 of our Get Ready With Me Q&A featuring Shamps and Opes. Hope you guys are staying safe and enjoy!
I'll be right there.
Hey Ray.
Hello.
Welcome back to my room. We're here for another video. And guess what? It's gonna be another Q&A because you guys asked me a lot of questions and I answered a lot of them in the last video, but we're still not done. So Ray's gonna ask them this time and participate because she can answer probably most of them. We got our drinkities. This is a sea breeze.
Is it though? Watched you make it, and I don't think you know how to make them.
Are you accusing the bartender of not knowing?
It was vodka and grapefruit juice, and a lot of grapefruit juice.
I like them juicy.
It is so bitter.
Chill out with that straw, Greta. Before we begin, this is gonna be another get ready with me. You can see I'm already in full makeup and I have blue eyebrows, and that is because we were filming the darling big summer blowout. Pew, 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 pew. Wait, hold on, I have to take this. I guess I should explain, I have this mini phone.
No explanation is needed.
It's from the 90s. I chewed the antenna off.
I really hope—
Wait, stop, sorry, hello? I found this while cleaning my room at 2 a.m. Hello? Hello? It sent me in a frenzy of just, I was so happy to find that. That was the best thing ever. But anyway, this is a get ready with me video. I already did my makeup, so what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be putting on a wig. It's from Lily Synthetic. They sent me a wig. It's really cool. It's like rainbow and wavy. Ooh, whoa, she long.
Oh, I love this wig so much.
This is called the Brooklyn wig. I will link it down below. But we're gonna do a little try on and review during this Q&A.
So this first question is not a question. Blued_dark_blood says, "You're from America."
That's
Yes.
true. I am
Very
American.
true.
Very true. Yep, land of the red, white, and blue. I don't know how to elaborate on that. I am from America.
This question comes from Kaiko_cosplay. Love you, by the way. What inspired you to start cosplaying?
I was always into anime, not crazy, but I was into Pokemon. I was watching a YouTuber named Lita Monster Bunny. She cosplayed from Black Butler, which got me into Black Butler. And then I had some friends at the time who were going to anime conventions. They were going to Anime Next, and I said, hey, can I tag along? And they said, I guess, and I then started going from there, and that's how I started cosplaying. How'd you start cosplaying, right?
I went away for college to Rhode Island, and the roommates that I was living with were cosplayers. They weren't super into it, but once we were all together, we were like, oh my god. And I was like, this is a thing I've wanted to do in high school, but I never got around to it. And they were like, well, let's just do it. Here, let's pick this thing and let's just start cosplaying from it. And I was like, hell yeah.
So first thing I'm gonna do is put on my wig caps. I put on 2 wig caps because I am crazy. A lot of people braid their hair to put on wigs, especially lace front wigs like this, but I tried to do that once and that's when Zorg was born. So we don't do that. We only like to keep Zorg for special occasions. So I like to wear a netted one that usually comes with wigs, and then I wear this other one, this little fancy one, but it's easier to put on once you already have this one underneath. So this one kind of keeps everything in place. So that is the prep for that.
This comes from Neil Axis. Have you done any Kingdom Hearts stuff? If not, will you?
I haven't done anything with Kingdom Hearts. I tried to play the game when I was younger, when the first one came out. Fun story. I could never get past the training room with the dark, it was some dark guy, Shadow Man.
Heartless.
He was like training you, just
bigger
teaching you
Heartless.
how to use the controls. Well, I never got past that stage.
Nice.
Literally. I think there was something wrong with my game because I'm not that stupid, but I never got past it. And I hated it. I'm so into Disney and stuff like that, and that ruined the game for me. The next thing I'm gonna do with this wig is cut the lace. Now, if you're like a responsible person, they say you're supposed to cut the lace when it's on your head. I don't do that. Just be careful and cut it off your head, or just be cool and like responsible and cut it on your head. I don't care what you do.
Whatever works for
Yeah,
you.
whatever works for you. And if you really want to get fancy, like you can cut your own hairline and make a widow's peak and stuff. I'm just gonna do the basic and just go around here. I'll try and film this, but it's kind of hard. See, I'm just cutting. That's all you gotta do. It's that simple. Cut along the rainbow hairline.
The next question comes from long_can_end_handsome. And that says ... So there's probably more to that username. It says, what do you think of Cancer by My Chemical Romance? Should it be on the tour set list in 2021?
I love that song. It's really good. I don't think it should be on the tour set list. I get it for like the Black Parade tour. It totally makes sense because it's on the album and you should play the album straight if that's what you're touring on. But technically, when My Chemical Romance comes back in 2021, they're not touring on an album unless they come out with something new. So I don't think it should be played. They could play anything and I'd like it. It's a really, touching song, but it's not an upbeat, feel-good song. It's sad. It's called Cancer. Here's the lace. I cut off the wig. See, that's a good amount of lace. And you can just throw this out because you don't need it. Get out of here, lace.
Oh, it's on your back.
So this is what you're left with. A perfect hairline. And this wig's got little thingies in the back. Most wigs come with that, so you can adjust it and make it really tight to your head. Next question.
This one comes from xx.pjcosplay.xx. Would you perform Angelic Angel?
I have performed Angelic Angel, and I'm not doing it again. Therefore, by association, Darling is most likely not doing it again. They can do it if I'm not in the performance, but I will not do it again because I already performed it in a masquerade, and I was god-awful in it. Short answer, no. I'm gonna put this wig on now. I don't know what style we're gonna do with it, but I'm just gonna whip it around here and put it on, and there's the magic.
You look like a psychedelic mermaid.
Good vibes only. It's very nice. It feels nice. I love the waviness to it. Very cool. But I'm gonna try and do a style to her, like either pull this back or make some space buns. This color scheme also comes in a like straight style, so you don't have to have these waves in it if you want something like that. I wanted something a little different. I'm gonna get my mirror so I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you know if fish tank still doesn't have a fish? What's up with that?
Also, if you're one of those fancy people, you probably have a wig brush. This is not a wig brush.
I'm gonna hit you with a rapid fire round of questions.
Oh, jeez.
These are all from the same person.
I know who they're from.
Little Miss Tashi! What kind of ghost does Scrappy see?
Oh my god, he sees all the ghosts. So Scrappy has what they call in the medical world cataracts, but we like to call it ghost eye because he'll just randomly bark at things. He barks at the fish tank all the time, so I like to think that he sees the ghost of Lily, my fish that passed away from a tumor. We tried to fix the tumor, by the way. It was really hard. Like we
tied it with a rubber band.
Yeah, we
so it popped
performed
off.
fish surgery.
Next, who's your favorite Sunny Angel?
Carrot. I also like pineapple, but I don't have pineapple. Carrot was my first one.
Next, do you prefer pineapple or pine cones on your pizza?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't like pineapple. I'd rather that than
How
pine
many
cones.
hoops can you shoot?
All the hoops. I'm a basketball player.
How many shrimps can you eat?
Before you turn pink.
What is a Teletubby?
A big ball of happiness.
Opinions on Roll?
Oh, he's my favorite. I love him, that little penguin.
Next question comes from Mish GMB. What animes are you going to / watching right now? Are you going to cosplay other animes? Love you.
So that's a good question because I am getting into other animes. I'm getting into Danganronpa and I'm getting into Demon Slayer. Those are the ones I've been watching. Am I late to the party? Yes. I am never up on the animes. I'm so behind on all of that. Ray's up on that.
Next question comes from Schnuckers. I think that's how you say it.
Ooh, like the sandwich?
No, it's S-H Schnuckers.
Oh, well, those Uncrustables are awesome.
Oh god, I love Uncrustables. Anyways, how did you start vlogging? I really want to start to vlog cons, but I don't know how.
I started vlogging because I copied Erica. We started vlogging at the same con, which I think was DerpyCon 2015. We met up at the con, she's like, I'm gonna vlog. And I'm like, oh yeah? So am I. And I just whipped out my phone and I started vlogging. I didn't have a camera or anything. You don't need a camera. You can do it on your phone if you want. And I did that for a year or two, and it was fine until I was like, you know what? I'm recording more and more and my phone can't keep up with all the filming. All you gotta do is just start recording stuff. I mean, there's different styles of vlogging. Like, I tend to record a lot of what's around me. That helps me catch funny moments and stuff. When you're vlogging, just always be vlogging. I vlog pretty much constantly.
This question comes from Dallas_is_in_a_band. It says, what is the most underrated MCR song in your opinion?
I'd say maybe To the End. And I only say that because it's one of my favorite songs and it doesn't get talked about a lot. So I guess that would make it underrated. I remember I did a whole report on it because we needed to find songs that were inspired by literature or poetry, and that song is actually inspired by an Edgar Allan Poe poem. And as you can see what I'm doing here, I'm just bobby pinning these front pieces back. I think it makes it shape to my head better.
It reveals more of the color too.
Yeah, it does, because I pull back like the green parts and then you can see all of like the reds and the purples and the blues. It is very thick though, so I'm using a ton of bobby pins.
Next question comes from sayakagalaxy.cos. Love you so much. What's your most technical cosplay you've ever done?
When I think of technical, I think of technology.
I think of Happy Party.
I think of Happy Party Train, which is sitting right here. That was probably the most technical cosplay. I fully configured that with LEDs to make it light up, and not only just light up, but to light up in one single hue. So like, you'd press one button and the whole thing lights up. I have a tutorial on that if you're interested in learning about the fun world of electronics.
This one comes from Ominous Pug. Do you spend a lot on cosplays? How do you budget for them?
Yes.
Yes.
I do spend a lot on cosplays. It's probably the thing I spend most of my money on. Budgeting for it? I can't say I put out a price in advance. I do a lot of research to find the lowest prices I can. I really just save. I'm pretty responsible with my money.
In terms of budgeting, if you're going to make your outfit, is to look at your fabric options.
That's true. So something that we did budget for together, because typically when I'm making something for myself, you know, I can follow my own rules and my own budget, but when we're doing something for Darling, we have to budget because you don't want to break everyone's bank account. The first cosplays that we ever made, My Tonight for Darling, we picked out the fabric for that and we went cheap.
Oh yeah. Country classic.
If you need to make something cheap, go to Joann's and find the basic cotton section. Country classics. You can get that stuff real cheap.
In every color,
yeah,
almost every pattern.
It won't look fancy,
No.
but it'll get you there. And all you gotta do then is get some sequins from Amazon and cover it in that, and then it'll be shiny.
Next question comes from waffle_cakes_. If you had to choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'd probably pick a really dynamic song that has like ups and downs and like changes tempo a few times so it wouldn't get boring. I guess some songs like that, as an example, would be like Black Parade is one, Bohemian Rhapsody is one, Be Calm by Fun, where they just change a lot so it doesn't get boring. It's kind of chaotic.
Next question comes from Eva_289. Can you speak Spanish?
No. But that's Spanish, right? I can speak enough Spanish to get by. I took Spanish in middle school, I took French in high school, I took German, Greek, and Latin in college. That's not the question, but I'm letting you know. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
That's what Anthony says all the time. Come on! Let's just move on, shall we?
See.
This comes from Cinderay Darling. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you at a con?
The most! One singular moment? I mean, you know what's embarrassing? Messing up on stage. And that happens every single time. And sometimes it's worse than others. That's embarrassing for me. Having to look back at that, that's terrible. I'm pretty good with embarrassment in a way that, like, if I get embarrassed or something, I can play it off, and I'm really good at, like, self-deprecating humor. So, like, if I'm embarrassed, I just usually make a joke.
Next question comes from Molly Dreblow. What do you do for work?
I do many things for work. My main thing, 9 to 5, I work for an HVAC supply house, and if you don't know what that is, it's heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration. So we supply parts and stuff to hotels and hospitals, mainly in New York City. But I also work for the NHL. I work for the New Jersey Devils during the hockey season, which is currently not happening. That was cut short, so that's like a part-time job for me. And my third job, which is more volunteer work, but I also manage a hockey team and a hockey league. That's a lot of work, women's hockey. And that takes up a lot of my time, so I'm not at a con on a weekend. I'm at a rink.
Yeah, it's impossible to hang out with her in like fall to spring because it's always, oh, I got hockey, oh, I have hockey, oh, I have hockey.
I feel so out of shape right now because that's my sole form of exercise, which isn't good. I really need to exercise outside of hockey, but like I have not played since March and it's kind of killing me.
Yanku-san, what are some of your
Scrappy!
What are some of your favorite cosplays that you've done?
Well, recently I really liked Elsa. It's surprising because I usually hate myself as any type of blonde character. I'm mentioning like Katsucon stuff, but like I love doing Kiss. I thought that was so cool and unique. That's one of my all-time favorites. It's crazy. With like every cosplay though, there's something about it I hate. Like with everything that I like, there's something about it I absolutely despise.
Oh yeah. This next question is actually tied into the previous one. And this comes from Calico_Bean. Least favorite / favorite cosplay you ever made?
I guess my favorite that I have made, either Kiss or Omoi.
I was thinking Omoi.
I like Kiss because it's got the armor factor, and then I like Omoi just because it is so fluffy and like
so
intricate
pretty.
and detailed. Least favorite that I've made,
My Tonight.
My Tonight. Those country classics.
It's not even the fact that we used country classics. I think it's more of the fact that we didn't have enough time to work on them.
No.
So they didn't come out as good as we could have made them.
They could have been so much better.
Yes. Especially yours. You made yours the day before. You ripped it apart
Yep.
and fully rebuilt
Because it
it.
didn't fit me.
I think that really solidified our friendship when I stayed here and we stayed awake for 24 hours
Yes.
working on them. And I completely dissociated in the kitchen with Chaz watching some weird Adult Swim show at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ray stayed here for a full 24 hours working. We didn't sleep. And I remember the day of Anime Boston, we were going down on Friday, and Chaz had left to go home, and my parents were up with me fitting my costume, and my costume was the last one to get done because for some reason I like to save mine for the end. I wanted to make sure everyone else's was done. And we just had to take it apart, the whole thing, and I still had to bind with it, like, because I couldn't make it big enough. Chaz came back to my house at 9 a.m. Friday morning, and we were still working in the kitchen. I was standing, and I felt like I was going to faint, and my parents were throwing the thing on me while I'm swaying.
I remember waking up that morning and like texting you and being like, hey, how's it going? Are you okay? And you were like, I'm still working. And I was like,
So that would be my least favorite, because it wasn't good, but it was enough. It was good enough. Yeah. We're going to do a top knot. I've got my 2 braids now, and I've clipped it on either side with a bunch of bobby pins. First, I'm going to tie this bit up here. I'm a professional wig stylist, can you tell?
I can.
Thanks, Ray. What I'm going to do is put this donut through this hair and pull it through. We're going to spread it around. We're going to swirl it. And then we're going to take these kind of bobby pins like this, and they stick into the donut. I don't know how many we will need, but I'm gonna say we're going to need more than 1. Hi. You just keep putting them in.
From Miracle Beat Cos, what's your all-time favorite darling performance you've done and why?
Miracle Wave. Also Kira Kira. Kira Kira was fun.
It was a godsend.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if you ask everyone else who was a part of that, it was just the one that felt so good. Like, there wasn't anything that went wrong. I felt like garbage, but I still like I thought I was gonna pass out at one point backstage. Everything just went so good.
I think if you ask anyone in Darling what was their favorite, if they were in Kira Kira, they're probably gonna say Kira Kira. Next question.
This one comes from Tsushima_Kitty 2.0. How's Darling Idols? Also, I love your cosplays.
Thank you. Darling is well. We're pretty bummed about all of the performances that were canceled. We had really fun plans. We're coming back hard next year. Hopefully.
Next question from Hey It's D. Do you have any tattoos?
I do not, but you know who does? Ray.
Ray can't tell.
Yeah, Ray's got a lot.
My latest is the girl.
She got it in Japan.
Next one from mcr.against.blue.lives. Into a ... and I can't read the rest of it. What was seeing MCR like?
So, seeing them again live, if you didn't know, I did see them once before in 2012 at Bamboozle in Asbury Park, and that was their last show, so I actually saw their 2 most recent shows. They put on an awesome show, and if you get the chance to see them on their upcoming tour, I would highly recommend it.
This one comes from mcarmy.trash. Tips for going to big concerts.
I mean, technically, the My Chemical Romance one that I went to recently was pretty small. There was only 6,000 people there. Big concerts. It depends where you're sitting. If you're sitting in the stands or if it's like a stadium, you just get to your seat. But if you're in like the pit, it's definitely out of my comfort zone being in a crowded environment like that. Like, if I have the opportunity, I pick somewhere with a seat. I'm gonna say your question is pertaining to being in like a pit environment with like a ton of people. Have a buddy. Definitely. It helps if they're tall. It helps if they're big. My buddy was Chaz. Basically, he stood behind me the entire concert and held on to me, so we didn't get separated. It can be very overwhelming if you're in there alone. So if it's your first time especially, have a buddy. Don't have any valuables on you, because if they fall out of your pocket, or even if they're on your body, they have a high risk of getting taken or getting smashed. Don't wear clothing that has long sleeves or anything, because it's gonna get hot.
I'd say also look up venue rules, because some places don't allow bags and some don't allow, I think you had to take your like suspenders off.
I had to take chains off of my pants for the My Chem concert. We could take our bags in, but I think because we were checking my chain anyway, we just checked the merch that we had as well. You really don't want to have to hang on to anything. Like, have your phone, but that's it.
I was supposed to go to a concert in April, and for the Devil's Play.
Prudential Center.
Yes, they don't allow bags, and I had bought a bag for the concert, so I can't even bring it.
I've seen people walk in there with tote bags, and then like the mini backpack, someone will have that, and that'll get taken just because of the way it's worn. Check out the rules and stuff. Have a good time though.
Next question from eclipse.dnp. What's your favorite bands besides MCR?
You know who I really love? Cobra Starship. I listen to so much Cobra Starship. Are they even really a band? It's just that one guy. Technically, Panic at the Disco is a band, and it's just that one guy. I do really like Panic at the Disco. I like Fall Out Boy. I like Fun. I listen to a lot of old stuff, so the bands aren't around anymore. I like Pink Floyd. I like the Jonas Brothers. I love Never Shout Never. I don't even think he's around anymore. I also don't consider Christopher Drew a band. You know, he tried to make it a band. Do you remember the Brian Stars interview?
No.
Oh god. I gotta show you that.
I don't listen to these.
I listen to a lot of old stuff. I'm not big on current things, unfortunately. So thank God My Chem is back, because I'm stuck in the OOs.
And I think this will be the last question.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And it comes from Hey It's D again. And it says, can this be the last question in the video?
Yes, I guess it can be. Is that the question?
Literally.
Oh my god.
Can this be the last question in the video?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Wish granted.
You're welcome. So that about wraps up this Q&A Get Ready With Me video. What do you think of the final product of the wig?
I love it. I really do.
It's really pretty. It's unlike anything that I have. It goes very well with my con-on makeup.
Would you see yourself wearing this for like just random makeup looks?
Oh yeah. Definitely. I could see me putting on this like whenever I do my numerous contact reviews. I like to throw a wig on sometimes. This is definitely one that I would go for just because
it'll go with a lot of colors.
It
too.
will go with anything.
Yeah.
There's so much to pull from in here, and depending on the way you style it, like you can have different colors showing, which is really cool. I really like this wig, and I actually think it's on sale right now. So if you go check it out, I'm gonna have a bunch of links down below where you can check out Lily Synthetic and see what they have to offer. They have a ton of different wigs to pick from that would work for cosplay or for fashion. Thank you so much to Lily Synthetic for sending me this wig. It's really awesome, it's great quality, and yeah, I would definitely check out their stuff if you are interested in getting wigs like this one. Hello? Hello?
Baby not.
If you liked this video and you want me to do more things like this in the future, let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell, ding, and
Ding.
and I will see you in the next video.
Dang. This chair doesn't even belong in here. Where am I going?
I don't know. Flippity flop.